What really keeps us from paying attention, or really from focusing our attention, is we become sidetracked. Like right now I went to the laundromat and I was thinking of before I came on, I'm going to tell you about that. But see, that's the thing with children when we talk about ADD and these issues, because the mind of children, it's everywhere and they have no focus. I mean, whatever comes in their mind, whatever they focus on, that's where their attention lies. And I've noticed that, very much within myself and very much also, about other children as I grew up in school. And I also always wondered and questioned the way of formalized education, putting children in a mold and telling them, be this way, pay attention to this, don't ask questions. And so our attention becomes refocused and we become somehow disorganized in that. And we're becoming part of this world where we have, we're all very organized human beings. We all have our different jobs and different, rules in order to, do certain things. Rules in school, and it's children, we're bombarded with rules, and we have to follow those rules and those expectations. We are forced into the sense of how this world is organized. But see, how is the human structure? It's an organism, right? It's a living, breathing organism, as is this tree. There's a saying by that comes to mind, I forgot who said that now, is that life is not, let me see if I can remember that, is not so much, it's about understanding the inward forces which make it a living thing and to unfold according. Life is like a tree, and it requires to unfold to all sides according to the program which makes it a living thing. How are you doing? Hello. There you go, that was the first. Very cool here. Wow, little side street. But anyway, what are these forces? I apologize for my mind going all over the place with this, but really, what are these forces? What is that organism? How does our mind work? And when do we feel good? When do we feel sad? When do we feel best about ourselves? What does it mean really to become alive, to express ourselves, to unfold in our humanity? You ever think about that? I mean, we all become part of this world, of our structure. And we all have to submit ourselves to those powers imposed onto us. We have to submit to the external authority, the school, the teacher, the preacher, the government leader, the parent. It's all part of that. But really, what does it mean for children to grow up according to their natural structure? Maybe that's something I'm going to focus a little bit in on during the following presentations. Or whatever you would like to talk about. I'm also happy to respond to certain requests. If there's something that you're confused about, you would like me to address. I mean, I can do this here or also by personal phone call. Again, I'm just one phone call away, 415-374-3275. I'll be happy to talk to you about whatever it is you would like to talk about and what you would like to learn further. Confusion is to be overcome, and the key about enlightenment is about a move from darkness to the light, to shine more light into your life, bring more light to you, or let rather the light radiate outwardly. We all have that, and ultimately it is all about love. When we love ourselves, when we love the process of life, our light shines brightly, and we love everything and everyone. But when we are wrapped up in fear, and when we are judgmental, when we are doubtful, when we are resentful, when we are angry, this is the other pole, and there's a lot of darkness there. I mean, ultimately, the opposite side of love, there is fear. And this world, just turning on the news, just reading a newspaper, magazine, really looking at this world, I mean, it's all around. In all kinds of programs, if you look at TV carefully, where you see a great amount, the depiction of violence and people being angry, even where it goes into the entertainment, we talk about wrestling or Jerry Springer, whatever that is. All these soap operas, which are all about the drama. It's like we have become such a drama-prone society. Like we like the suffering, you watch that. Ultimately, what has changed between our modern days and our sense of entertainment and how it was back in the Roman days, where Caesar was all about, bread and games. Give people bread and feed them, in other words, and entertain them, so you keep them from actually rebelling against the status quo and how things are. And see, that's always a problem with those in power, the leaders who determine our fate somehow, and the masses who basically are acting like herd animals, and we're all acting like sheep. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be a sheep. I never did. I want to be different. I want to be who I am. I don't want to fit the mold. I don't want to do just because I'm supposed to do that. I want to be in charge of my own mind and direct my own mind and my own thinking. And through this, my whole life I have been a rebel. Lived a very difficult childhood, basically, very isolated as a result of that. And then at the age of 24, not really any friends. Never been with a woman before. Very angry kind of about life. I met somebody in Germany who happened to be from America. I met her in a youth hostel, which is why hostels are actually very dear to me. And 2 months after I met her in Germany, I came over to America. And 2 months later, we became married, became part of a whole new culture. Wow. What a trip. Yeah, in 12 years then I lived in Kansas. So that's part of my past, of course. My past and my past. And the past from which I've learned quite a bit. No doubt about that. And then the interesting thing again, there are no accidents. When I was left homeless by a hit and run accident, car accident, which broke my left leg. The following day after I quit my job in Kansas, 2003, February of 2003. Wow. I've come to find through all of that there are no coincidences, no accidents in life, because everything that happens is meant to be, which was an awareness I basically had my whole life. Maybe you have the same awareness. You're probably familiar with the song, "Que sera, sera, what will be, will be." I apologize for my terrible voice here. Anyway, that's the whole point. But we have an influence over what will be. We have an influence, we have an effect on the greater reality surrounding us. Depending on how we respond to people, how we feel, right? How we think, our reactions determine the greater reality surrounding us, of course. And we're also focused, of course, on changing things outside of us so that it will be better for us to deal with and easier for us to deal with. But ultimately, the purpose of what I'm proposing here, and most all self-development programs propose, which is basically, while I'm always fond of anybody who is involved in that area and works in that area and tries to inspire others, with the basic idea that it is about inner transformation. It's not about changing things outside of us, it's about changing ourselves. Seems to be a very threatening concept, an uncomfortable concept indeed, but ultimately that's where, as my friend Carolee used to say, where the rubber meets the road. Anyway, in saying this, I thank you again for being here. There will be definitely more where this comes from, but let's think about this more, and I would definitely love to hear your input about really what does it take in order for us to become more organized, in order for us to gain the focus to do what we have to do, to take the steps we need to take in order to be where we want to be in life. Thanks again for being here. I hope you think about that and other things, and I would love to hear from you soon. Thank you very much, and I say goodbye for right now. Bye-bye.